I feel like the work is done. I think the work is done. I even did some. I did some preamble on this. I actually had a look at my. I actually looked at my Wi-Fi situation and found a bit of a flaw in there. What do I got on my head? This is my. These are my Burna Learns. I'm back. I'm back with some Burna Learns. So this is my feeble attempt to stay fit and alive for my brilliant, beautiful wife and my charming son. And, of course, probably this great fuzzy beast that I call the Mutt Princess, who is right now, as we speak, roaming around, scratching holes in my back door. God, it's just not my dog. Not my dog. I did not want a dog. I loved my old dog. I didn't want another one, but now I do. Have you heard this complaint before? Because my family's sick and tired of hearing it. Anyways, so here I am. A little bit of burn and learn happening. I'll wait for people to get in here before I launch into my stuff. In fact, where's my coffee? I thought I brought a coffee. Did I not bring a coffee? If I didn't bring a coffee, I damn well should have. We got, there it is. Oh, yeah. My friend, oops, wrong side. My friend's wife bakes these, like makes her own mugs. And he produced a movie called Levels. And I got given one of her amazing mugs. It's just... She should. If she's not selling them, she should be. I'll find out if she is, and I'll put a link in. Tammy, how are you? I'm in Cancun. Oh my God! And your oldest son is getting married. Holy crap! Where did the time go? Congratulations, Tammy! Oh my God, that's amazing. He must be very, very proud of his mummy, and you must be very, very proud of your son. All the best. I really do. I wish him all the best. Best decision I ever made, getting married, and the second time. And yes, all my best to the family. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it. Tammy, you're a lovely person, and I'm so glad that there's happy things happening for you. Lots of love. Don't be here then. Go back to Cancun and your adventures. It's like, what are you talking? What are you listening to me for? Anyways, Laura, hello. Good afternoon from upstate New York. Oh, I do like upstate New York. I love New York. My wife would live in New York in a second. Sherry Lyons says, David, go and get your coffee, sweetie. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I got it. Hi, David. Glad to see you again. Thank you very much. And all your what are the little purple hand signals? Imperador, how are you? Imperador, pardon me if I'm wrong, but Imperador, were you the one who was giving me these great questions to answer every time I did a Burn and Learn? Giovanna Raskovich, evening from Serbia. Oh, wow. Hello. Still chilling in Tenerife. Chilly or chilling? I'm assuming you're chilling, not chilling like cold. It's much, much better today. Almost see my breath, but it's much, much better. I was a machine today. I took the dog for a nice long walk. I came home. I thought, while I'm still warm, while the body is still warm from that walk, I thought I would leap on the torture device, and I did like 30 minutes on the elliptical, which I don't normally do. Normally I do 25. I know 30 sounds ridiculous, but just trust me when I say this is something. I know it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to admit that this is where I've got with my fitness levels, but I have to start somewhere. I started at 25 minutes, doing 12 and a half minutes backwards, 12 and a half minutes forwards. I've now just completed 15 minutes forward, 15 minutes back, and I in my own pathetic little way, I feel like I've had a triumph. Sending a quick hello because I keep missing things. I am so proud. Take care and hopefully catch up soon. Lots of love, Tammy. All the best. And again, congratulations again. That's cool. Tammy and I go way back. Brilliant woman. Ruth, hello from Malta. Wow, Malta. Oh, one of my favorite directors on Stargate was Maltese. What was his name? Mario Azzopardi. Fantastic guy. Just truly one of my favorite directors. He was mad as a March hare, as they say, and I freaking loved him. He was a shouter and a screamer, and he loved his work, and he loved film and TV, and yeah. So I've got a soft spot in my heart for the Maltese because of him. Michael, keep up the good work, bud. From Mike in New Zealand. Oh, New Zealand, fantastic place. Oh, my wife's got a co-production that she's trying to get off the ground in New Zealand right now, and I'm not famous enough to help. Damn it! But I am married to her, so my hope is that I can go and be like a house husband or something while she's filming there if she's there, because New Zealand is just one of my favorite places in the world. I was talking about it with Elijah Wood the other day. Actually, Elijah, the loveliest man on the planet. My God, How can he be so freaking famous, so good looking, so unbelievably charming and nice and lovely and welcoming? And oh my God, when I grow up, I want to be him. You know, if I want to be Elijah Wood when I grow up, because he's just a truly lovely human being. And if he's ever in your town for whatever reason, make sure you go and see him, because I freaking love that guy. Anyways, what do you got? So thank you, Michael. Yes, thank you. This is why I do it. I do it so you can guilt me into continuing to do this. So you telling me to keep going is wonderful. So Sherry Lyons, elliptical trainers are a killer. The Dreadmill. The Dreadmill. I love it. The Dreadmill is worse. Well done, you. I can't do the Dreadmill because I feel like my knees are bad anyways, probably because they have to support this giant, greasy bacon that I am, for so long. I'm hoping if I lose a little bit of weight, it'll help. I've also I've got a history of heart problems in my family and also diabetes. So I just gotta be smart about this stuff. And I like I say, I'd like to be around. I'd like to be around to enjoy my golden years. My golden years. I'm looking forward to enjoying my golden years with what I used to say. There was like a little thing. I have to look back at my old videos, my old Burna learns, and see what I said, because I had a nice little preamble there that I think I learned about. It's important to have like a theme at the beginning of your videos to let people know. Thank you, Sherry. Giovanna. Maybe a stupid question, but why are you streaming from your cold garage? It's a good question, Giovanna. Because I'm such a good soul. Because I'm such a perfect human being. I gave my basement layer up to my nieces. They are at U of T, University of Toronto here. They are brilliant. They are beautiful. They are just two of the coolest ladies you could ever want to meet. No surprise, because they are related, of course, to my little sister, who is also one of the coolest people you could ever meet. And they had nowhere to. They just were struggling with rent and stuff. And I thought, this is crazy. Like, I've got more room than I need. And so Jane, very quickly, I might add, reconfigured the whole basement. We had some walls put up, and we had a lovely bathroom put in. Oh my God, I'm jealous of their like throne-like bathroom. I used to be me and the spiders. Now they've got a wonderful. Anyway, so they've got. Long story short, they kicked me out. They kicked me out of my fan cave. So I'm here, and I need a better name for this, other than just the refrigerator. I'm thinking maybe I could call it, I'm kind of liking the lab. The idea of the lab somehow has a nice ring to it, the Canardian lab or something. Anyways, I'll come up with a name for that. I've been trying slowly to sort of upgrade things, like attaching cables to the ceiling for power, great fire code, things like that. It's not a stupid question. It's more a stupid way of me living my life, but I don't know. It makes me I feel like a martyr. I don't really, but I feel good about it. It's really, really, it's wonderful to be able to help both my sister and the kids. I don't feel like I've been the best of brothers to Moya. Moya's struggled with health issues for her entire life, and there's me swanning around having fun and being an actor and everything, and I there's just a part of me that feels like I always wanted to help her more than I could, and this is just a great way of doing it, because it works. It's fantastic. It's just great having them around. I literally enjoy having them around, which is really weird, because I'm the grumpiest, most antisocial person on the planet. But there's just something kind of fun about a university student poking their head up from the basement every so often, going like, "You got any milk? And what are you watching? What movie are you watching tonight?" So we sit down and we watch horror movies together and order fancy pizzas, because they're always ordering this horrible stuff, and I like to splurge on the fancy stuff. So they come up for food and supplies every so often in the odd movie. So I just love it. Absolutely love it. Hi, David. Glad to see you. Learn and Burner's back. It's been greatly missed. Oh, thank you, Amy. It's been greatly missed by my health as well. Emperador. Yes, that was me. I knew it. Thank you. Well, welcome back, Emperador. And here is your question. Oh, whoa, okay. Since we were talking about the weather, which do you prefer as a measure of temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius makes more sense to me. I mean, it just makes more sense. I just wish we could all, we'd all agree on that. Like, we can't agree on anything, so why would we be able to agree on measurements? But I prefer Celsius, although I think I probably understand Fahrenheit better, because I was in that horrible situation in school where they sort of switched while I was doing it. So I'd been learning Fahrenheit, and then they switched to Celsius, and at a point when I didn't care. So I feel like I don't know either of them very well, but my my uber nerd brain would prefer Celsius or maybe Kelvin. What if we did Kelvin? Wouldn't that be fun if we just did everything in Kelvin? They really mess people up. Jace, hello from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. I work in cybersecurity. Oh my God. Before it was even called cybersecurity, I work at the top of the field and have been involved in a lot of policy standard best practices. Oh my God, Jace, we got to talk. Because I'm literally, so this is a Burn and Learn, and the Burn and Learn is about me learning stuff, and one of the things I'm learning about is cybersecurity, because it's something I've always been fascinated by since I was a kid. Since I saw Doctor Who working with systems, and I saw that first little flicky switch computer that they were building at the computer clubs and stuff. I've just been fascinated by this stuff. I think if I hadn't gone into acting, I would have been like a programmer and a network guy, because I just freaking love that stuff. I actually quit acting for like a couple of years to go and do IT, because I wanted to be a part of all that stuff. Anyways, I would love to talk to you. So davidihewlett@gmail.com is my sort of forward-facing email, and I would love you to get in touch if we could talk about it, because I'm just fascinated by it, absolutely fascinated by it. So the book I'm reading right now is called Cyber Spies. I can't remember who wrote it. Can I do this without hanging up on everybody? Let's see. Let's see if I can. Cyber Spies, it's called. Cyber Spies. Let's see. Spies by Gordon Carrera, and it's a really fun book. I mean, it's probably pretty basic for you if you know all this stuff, but it's just fun to go over the old stories, listen to hear about Clifford Stoll again, and the Cuckoo's Egg, which is a book that just, oh my God, it just blew my mind. That, and of course Neuromancer. So it's that. It's got the Morris Worm. They're talking about they're getting now into corporate spying, corporate espionage stuff. A little easy for me to say in the cold, and just a ton of stuff that I just find fascinating. And I've got a number of people who I've spoken to about this stuff, because I really would love at some point to be able to knuckle down and really get a sense of this stuff and be more of a little bit more aware of how this stuff goes. I think it's something that we just don't. I can only scratch the surface of it, and I feel like I've been reading about it forever. So, Jace, well done. What a great freaking gig to have. Hello! I can't say your name because it's all in Cyrillic, but hello to you. Maybe someone can pronounce that for me. Rent in Ottawa is nuts. I can't imagine Toronto. Good for you. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Toronto, I just got back from Paris, and I swear to God, it's cheaper in Paris to eat and to live. I don't know about to live, but certainly to eat. It was cheaper. The food is cheaper in Paris, absolutely. And it's way freaking better food. Oh my God, I love it. That cheese is to die for. Oh, now I can see my breath. Is that my breath, or am I steaming? I think I might be steaming. I tell you, that 30 minutes just killed me today. I'm a good soul, apparently. Yes, I'm a good soul who's very happy to tell you how good a soul I am. I feel like a complete knob for telling you that. But and it's not entirely out of the goodness of my heart. It makes sense. It just makes sense. It makes me feel better, frankly. So it takes the guilt off me, I guess. Fortress of Coldness. I like that. Fortress. It's true. It's like fortress of snow, of snowitude. Now I see your breath. All right, there you go. It's getting colder. Just swinging in to say hello and congrats on the 3 days on the trot. Thank you very much, Jim the Evo. It's only been 3 days? For frack's sake. Seriously? Only 3? It feels like a freaking week. Wait a second. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There should be 4. Shouldn't this be 4? This should be 4 days, shouldn't it? I probably didn't even record the last one. Can you recommend a horror movie to watch, please? Yes, I just watched one. I believe it's an Irish film. Well, the first off the bat, if you haven't seen Talk to Me, you have to see Talk to Me. It's absolutely brilliant. Talk to Me was just, I think, the one that stood out the most for me recently. But I just saw another really creepy one. There's one that's kind of like a thriller horror. It becomes horror because of the gore, if you don't mind some of the gore, called A Good Woman's Hard to Find. And I believe it's an Irish film about a woman in the projects whose husband is murdered, and she wants to find out who did it, and no one else does, because they say, oh, well, he's a drug dealer, so what does it matter? And it was just, it goes dark, and it's really creepy. There's another one called, I think it's called The Fear. Wish I had another something I could. Well, maybe here. Hang on a second. I think I can look it up. Let me go look it up, because I've been watching a ton of horror stuff, and because I love it because it surprises me. All right, so oops, oh boy, sorry. I'm gonna try not to hang up on everybody here. Hang up. Oh my God, how old are you, Hewlett? Old, very old. All right, let's do this. I'm using literally a quick grip as my. I'm using a carpentry quick grip as my phone thing. All right, let me look up what I've been what evil I've been watching. I've watched some really awful stuff too, by the way. Like just some truly there. When horror is bad, man, is it bad? It's terrible. All right, let me find. Oh, I think we'll see. As soon as I say it, I'm sure my internet will go down. Look at the state of that ceiling. Oh my God, I've got so much work to do. I think I found the villain in my internet setup, and that was that one of the routers had been disconnected, so it wasn't getting as good a connection as it should. So there should be much better Wi-Fi here. Let me see what I've been watching. Let me see. I think it was called. It's like The Fear or something. Is that The Fear? Was it called The Fear? Let's see. Nope, that's not it. All right, let's look up Fear, and then I think it was Ireland. Let's see if we can find that for you. Fear Ireland. Or Fear Island. No, not quite. God, how am I going to remember this? Okay, it was one of the actors from Downton Abbey. This is, oh, look at this, detective sleuthing. Okay, this is one of the actors from Downton Abbey, which I didn't watch. It was too cheesy for me. I don't like the nice stuff. Oh my God, seriously? Oh my God, are you kidding me? I literally just said how great it was. Yeah, imagine McKay having to work in an unheated workplace. Sorry, so after just saying how great the internet was, I guess it's not. All right, so let me see if it was Downton. I wonder if is it this guy that's killing it? What's doing it? What is doing it? I did come over here, but I don't understand why it would be worse here because I'm actually closer to the router. Let me find the actor. Okay. Is that the guy? Was it Thomas Barrow? It might have been Thomas Barrow. I think it was Thomas Barrow. Let's see what else is there anything else he was in? Let's see. Thomas Barrow. How do I find him? Thomas, where's his? I want to see who he is. Hello, Mr. Internet. Oh my God, seriously? It's seriously going to do this? Seems great now. Yeah, isn't that great? I don't know why. It just keeps going down for some reason. Okay, what did I say his name was? Thomas Barrow? Barrow? Was it Barrow? Okay, let's have a look here. This is, it's an episode guide. That's why I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so there it is. It's not Alan Leach. Is it him? I think it's him. I think it must be Robert James. I think that's him. Let's just have a look. See if it's in here. Long Shot, the Hair's Brave, the Wing, the Academy. It was an older movie. No, it's not listed here, so maybe it wasn't him. Fate? No. Brave Creatures? No. The Long Shadows? No. Have I got the wrong guy? Okay, I don't know. I can't find the movie. Maybe it wasn't that guy. Who played the Irish, like the young Irish guy? Was it Dan Stevens? Is that his name? I didn't watch the show, so I don't know, but I know that he was on that. All right, let's go back to here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can be able to find this guy. Find this movie. I'll have to look it up. Is that his face? Is that his face? He's got a good look. He's got a good look. Is that it? The Guest? No. 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 This is so frustrating because I know I'd looked it up for some reason. Let's do this. Let me. Why don't I open the app that I was using? I absolutely love you from. Oh, thank you very much. From Azerbaijan. Wow. God, there's people from everywhere here, all watching me feebly attempt to use the internet. Okay, it is called. No, not that. Nope. What? Shouldn't it be in my list of things I've been watching? Wouldn't you think it would do that? Nope. So I've been watching the history of horror, which is fun. He's watching. No, that wasn't it. No, that was not it. Huh. It doesn't seem to have updated what I've been watching. I've been watching this thing called Eli Roth's History of Horror, which is kind of fun. Just because I'm sort of interested in horror is more of a, more as a theme thing as well as just as just the things that scare me at night. I don't see recently added. Okay, so let's go to movies. let's go and see if I could find what I was watching. It's so weird. It hasn't. Usually, it gives me an update of what I've been trying to watch, and I start watching a lot of stuff and then don't get through it because I just don't. A lot of the stuff I just find a little much. Not that it's too scary. It's just that sometimes I just find the stories a bit silly, or the filmmaking isn't very good or whatever. I mean, it's really hit and miss when it comes to films, especially these horror films. I find because they're the thing I love about horror is it can encompass any genre basically. So you can be comedy, there can be slasher, there can be thriller, there can be sci-fi. There's just Western. There's all sorts of stuff you can do with horror. So it all falls into that category. And I often find, there's just some really cool. There's just often these cool, fun things that you sort of stumble upon because you're looking at because of the nature of the genre. It encompasses so many different things. Okay, as I lose my thread, I always lose my thread after a while because I'm just like as the endorphins wear off and I start to make less and less sense. There it is. In Fear. Okay, I've got it. It was called In Fear, and it was a 2013 movie, and it was really, wow, it was tense. Here's the premise, and the premise was something that I found, I probably wouldn't have seen it if I'd read the premise. I probably wouldn't have seen the film, but I watched it because I like the poster. I'm a very shallow man. But what I liked about it is it was about a couple, a fairly new couple, like 2 weeks, like a 2-week-old relationship, in a car driving to a festival, and they decide to stop at a hotel, but they can't find the hotel. That sounds ridiculous, but I'm telling you, it is one of the most tense and like, I know, what do they call it? Squeaky bum is the term I think I learned from Welcome to Wrexham the other day. It's just, you're so tense watching this movie. It plays on every insecurity and horror in relationships and in places you've never been and in people you don't know. And oh God, it's just, anyway, fantastic. If you want to watch a really good horror, there's that. What else have I seen that I liked? Oh my God, not horror, but a great movie. Check out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Fantastic, a lot of fun. Don't bother with Mission Impossible. Well, watch Mission Impossible, but just know that the scenes, there's just, the story doesn't make any sense, but there's some fun stunts in there. Five Nights at Freddy's I enjoyed. I've got another great one for you. This is great. Check out Totally Killer. It is literally like, it's like Back to the Future done as a horror movie, and it's really fun and silly and crazy. Invisible Man, another one that I really liked. What else did I really like? Little Stranger was interesting. A Little Stranger, it didn't really work for me, but it had a really wonderful creepy feel to it. And Dark Harvest, another one. So there's a bunch of horrors there. Dark Harvest, definitely suggest that. That was really, really fun. I mean, fun in an absolutely miserable way. All right, let me go back over here and see if this helps at all with my Wi-Fi connection. What do I got? My greatest fear is the abyssal depths, without light, without seeing the bottom. Yeah, I mean, geodating. That's. I'll tell you something. I did a little bit of snorkeling and a bit of scuba in my time. Not a lot, but a little. And I cannot do open water. I just cannot do it. It is absolutely paralyzingly. I get a absolutely paralyzing fear if I can't see the bottom. If I can see the bottom, I don't care if I see sharks. I am totally fine as long as I can see the bottom. And I discovered but the dread of the drop off, I found, like you'd be swimming around the edge of a reef or something, and if there was a drop off, I could not. Oh my God, I feel my heart going, my head going. Wow, I'm literally steaming now. It is. I swear to God, the temperature's dropped like 5 degrees just while I've been talking to you. Have you seen Saw X? I like that one. I haven't seen Saw X. I don't usually like the Saw movies because my complaint about Saw X is it's the last scene of the original Mad Max turned into a movie. And I feel like a lot of people these days are like going like, well, this is a great idea. Let's turn it into a whole movie. And it's like, it's not. The first Saw movie I thought was interesting, but I call it torture porn. And I just feel like if it gets too much about just watching people getting tortured, it doesn't. There's no appeal to me. I want a story. I want a really good story. So hopefully, Saw X I'd heard was sort of more about a Genesis story. So that may be more interesting. I mean, I watched all the slasher movies when I was a kid. I loved all the Halloween and the Friday the 13th and My Bloody Valentine, all that kind of stuff. I mean, which were pretty exploitive, I guess. But I did enjoy that stuff. But nowadays I just don't. I want a good story. I want good characters, good stories, and that really makes a big difference to me. What do we got? My greatest fear, yes, yeah. Dog's Breakfast still the best horror. Victor, thank you, Victor. Yeah, interesting. You just rewatched it. Oh, fantastic! And you got to meet me. Oh, fantastic. Well, hello again, then, Victor. I apologize for not remembering you. In Fear is the name of the movie. But honestly, Dark Harvest and totally killer. And without a doubt, if you like horror, the best horror I have seen in probably a number of years is Talk to Me. It's absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, this is the also thing I love about it as well is that it's a bunch of YouTubers who've been making films since they were like 10 years old. This is their first debut feature movie, whatever. Who cares? Their skill has been built on YouTube, and it's freaking amazing. My wife's DIY is the best horror I get to see. I would say, my son would say, Dad's breakfasts are probably the greatest horror he gets to see. Greetings from Germany. Well, hello. What have we got? See and heard an interview with that Tormata and the military were supposed to have more scenes. Do you remember what they were? Been wondering ever since. Oh my God, dude, I was so disappointed about that. So there was a scene that was supposed to be just me and Joe Flanagan. Sorry. Joe Flanagan and I were supposed to have a scene together where we ate dinner. We sat down and ate dinner and we discussed the world, and it was an extraordinarily cool scene. And I wish we could have done it, but Joe's son was sick, and so he couldn't come in for the day of filming that we were going to film it. So they pushed it, and then they were like, you know what? We cut it all together, and I don't think we need it. And I was like, oh. It's like that's the same feeling I got when Shape of Water. There was a scene with me in the car at the end, and instead of him just stealing my car, we shot a whole scene where he shoots me, where he kills me, and there's a whole speech and stuff. And oh my God, when Guillermo took me home one day from one of our recording sessions, and he said, like, look, I'm so sorry, but I've had to cut the scene. It's just, if he kills you first, then everything else is not a surprise. And, I just want you to know that. And again, one of the first times I've ever had a director actually tell me that a scene had been cut, as opposed to just sort of going like, yeah, sorry, we had to cut that. So another reason why I freaking love that man. So yeah, it was a scene I really wish we could have done. I really, really wish we could have done. I get it. I mean, the problem with actors is that, or being an actor, is that we are one of the last things to happen, basically. Not one of the last things to happen, but we are certainly a television series. They, once they've started this machine, it's all about feeding the machine. So they had to get this stuff done, and if they thought they could get away without doing a whole scene and building a whole, I think they were going to do a big tent and stuff, but it would have been so much fun. I mean, so what can you imagine? Just me and Joe at a big long table, just me dressed up as Tormata, making his life misery and stuff. It'd just be so much fun. Will I be in the new Stargate series and movies? Well, first off, I hope there are new Stargate movies and series, and yes, I really would love to be, because frankly, you know what I mean? I'd love to get McKay in there again in some way, shape, or form. Hello, Scott. Mr. Hewlett, so formal. Mr. Birch, good to see you. General Banana, that is a great name. Hello from Germany. I'm planning next year making a space movie in Germany. You're welcome to join us. Well, thank you very much. Keep me posted, General Banana. God, yeah, I wish they made more space movies. I mean, word on the street is that we're going to be back. Apparently, the actors a deal's been done, so hopefully that'll sort of start production back up again. It'll probably take a while before it trickles down to me, but and by then I'll be a YouTuber, right? Doing my Burna learns. I'll be like an exercise guru. Hello from New Zealand again. Yeah, Kiwi from New Zealand makes sense. I was just going on about how much I like New Zealand, so thank you again for reminding me. Have you seen Shudder and the Dollmaster Korean horrors? I feel like I've seen Shudder. God is not very good with subtitles sometimes, so it's kind of hard to see the movies if they're not in the language that they were, if they're not in English, basically. But yeah, I'll have a look at that. Thank you. That's good. Okay, David, greetings from the Netherlands. Woohoo! Netherlands, where they actually showed the swearing jar. The swearing jar got a proper release in the Netherlands, apparently. Darth Vader, I want you in the new Stargate if they make him, please. Thank you. You and Joe were my faves. Well, Joe's okay. Cannot see Jason coming back, though, with how big he's gotten. Yeah. Have to be a pretty freaking big movie to get Jason Momoa back, huh? Come to Portland cons, please. Sure, anytime. Love Portland. Love it. I love me and my Portland. We used to drive through Portland when we used to drive from Vancouver to LA and LA to Vancouver at the beginning and the end of each season of Stargate. Jane and I and the dog. And one of my favorite stops was Portland. We'd go to Portland and hang out at a cool dog-friendly cafe in downtown, and not dog-friendly, a dog-friendly hotel downtown, and it's just it's fantastic city. They got hit hard with the opioid crisis and the homeless situation in Portland, though. The crime started going up and stuff, I know, but just a wonderful town. Loved it. From Spain. Oh my God, we got people from everywhere. This is freaking cool. Hello, Geo Dayton from Spain. I know you're from Spain. Huge fans here. Great. Let's do a Spanish convention then. You wouldn't understand a word I was saying, but it was, it'd still be fun. You did make me cry in the shrine. Sorry, Sherry. Apologies. Yeah, I do that. I make a lot of people cry. I think Jason would do a guest stop if nothing else. I mean, maybe if Joe asked him, if Joe really worked on him, I think maybe you could get Jason to show up for a second. But I don't know. He's got bigger fish to fry now, I would say. Kannst du mich gruben? I don't know what that means, but thank you, Lotta. Can you? Yeah, I don't know. Someone will, I'm sure, explain it to me. Lemon chicken tonight here? No freaking way. Seriously, Paul? Well, enjoy your lemon chicken. I personally have no problems with citrus, but yes, McKay would be horrified. Did someone buy Stargate? Loki K. Well, I mean, I guess Amazon bought Stargate in that they bought MGM, so they have it now. I would just assume that Amazon would go, hey, this has got to be worth something. This has got to be worth doing something with. Now, whether they do it with us or not, I highly doubt. And by the time they do, they'll be wheeling me in on a wheelchair. Love from Nottingham, England. Nottingham. Do you poke the space simulation game, Kerbal Space Program? Do you poke the space simulation game? Kerbal Space, everyone keeps recommending that game to me. I don't have time for games. I just feel like I would love to play more games. I just feel like there's not enough hours in the day for all this. Now that the AFTRA strike is over, are there any network shows that you are in, such as Clarice, that would start up again? No, Clarice got shut down. Clarice got canceled, I'm afraid. That was a disaster. I couldn't believe that happened. It was such a great show, I thought. I loved Clarice. I loved what they were doing with it. They somehow managed to make it, very, very woke and yet very good. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets a bit much where you're just like, oh, for guys, stop trying so hard. I thought they did such an amazing job of sort of dealing with our modern, us being able to look back at even just that era in the FBI with women and people of color and stuff. And I just found it really cool and creepy, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. Too much stress. Discombobulated is too stressed. Well, don't get stressed. Deep breath. Hopefully now that the strike's over, there will be more shows starting up, and that will happen too. I know Guillermo's got a movie going, which I would love to be a part of. He keeps threatening to kill me in something else, so we'll see. Who knows? Amazon's track record isn't great on existing stories. Well, not yet, but you'll see. It's a big library, and they'll eventually figure out what's worth doing and what's not. And obviously, Stargate just seems like a no-brainer, doesn't it? I mean, I don't think it was a particularly expensive show, and I think it has a great fan base that would be, that could be well served with just some good character stuff. They don't have to spend a fortune on the shows. It's the characters have always been the thing that suck people back to that show, I think. But whatever. A lot of say in German. He wants to get greetings from you. A lot of saying, well, greetings back. Yes, thank you very much for joining me from Germany. That's fantastic. If you wouldn't mind passing that along, General Banana, that'd be amazing. I still need to give that a watch. What do you need to give a watch? What Stargate? Yeah, definitely have a look. You all right as old? Yeah, I'd love to be an old McKay hologram. That'd be amazing. Yeah, you could do some. There you go. That's perfect. I could be just I could be like. They could do like a they could make Joe look younger, and they probably wouldn't have to make me look older, and then I could look like a 10,000-year-old McKay again. It'd be great. End of season 1 of Clarice was great. I know, and they didn't do it anymore. You look all right. Thanks, Darth Vader. That means a lot coming from Darth Vader. Kerbal is too much stress. I can't get past the moon. Oh, really? Oh, then God, keep me out of it then. That is so true. That's hilarious. Rocket science. It is literally rocket science, right? So you want to do that. Do a multiverse Stargate. Look, my suggestion to Stargate that no one will listen to, but that I think is brilliant, and I'm sure has been done before with other franchises. But I think they should do a Stargate Academy, and that I can be like the Snape. I can be the Snape of the school. I'll be like the vice principal, and Tori and Amanda can be the headmasters or the headmistresses or whatever they call them. Principals, I guess, is the term they use now. God, I'm old. I'm so old. I'm just old and inappropriate, I guess. I would love the idea of a Stargate Academy, because you can get all the young kids can come in, and you can get all that young, sexy stuff that they all seem to want to do all the time. But you could also have these old Stargate folks, get RDA back and get get Tele in teaching combat training and Teal'c and stuff. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? And then of course there'd be like McKay, who's just like the worst teacher on the planet. So that would be it. I'd be like Dr. Snape. Yeah, exactly. Excellent pitch. Thank you very much. I just who do I give it to? Jason Momoa might be a bit expensive now. Yeah, no kidding. You'd be a great teacher inside KSP. McKay Kerbal, really? Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to see about that. I'm going to be starting a math course soon. I've been talking to my friend John Mighton, who runs a thing called Jump Math, and I've always wanted to go back to my roots, to my math roots, and figure out what I missed. Because I truly felt like I had a problem with math, and I'm sure there's some learning stuff there, but I hated math. And then once I was out of school, I found it kind of fascinating. And I've always liked to play with little things here and there. I always get lost because I just don't know enough, and there's certain fundamentals that I don't have, and I don't know what fundamentals I have and don't have. So one of the suggestions that John had was that I would go back and look at like literally just start like grade 5, and just for fun, start at grade 5 and just work up and just get through math. I should get Lance to give me a hand. Gimpy G will give me a hand with that, I'm sure. I would totally watch that. You would watch, yeah. Well, not me doing math, but the Stargate Academy, don't you think? Yeah. That's what I love. Cal 2 was a nightmare. What's that? Cal 2 was a nightmare. What is that? It's my mummy. I better go. I better go talk to my mummy. All right, everyone. It's good because it's getting cold anyway. So I will thank you for this. Thank you. It's lovely. Lovely to chat with everyone again. I hope to do it again tomorrow, I guess, because I figured Jane says I shouldn't overdo it. So she says I should do like 5 days a week. So if I do Monday to Friday of Burna Learns, and then I take the weekend off, that's probably smart. It gives my body time to recover. I was understand why C was canceled. Honestly, I don't know that Jason would be available anyways. I shouldn't say probably because of Jason, but also I think it ran its course, and we blew up a lot of stuff. So, I'm not sure. Hello, David. Good to see you. I finally catch a live stream. How are you and your wife after the eye surgery? Oh, wow, that's going back away, David. Yeah, she's got like 20/20 vision now. Yeah, she went and she actually had lenses put into her eye. Really cool technology. They wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I wanted to go in and see it. They're like, no. They were worried about like pandemic stuff. They were worried about like COVID and stuff. So they were like, nope, no one who doesn't need to be there is going to be there. And also, I guess, you're literally working with eyes. You don't want someone like breathing and sweating on them and stuff. So, but yeah, it freaked Jane out. She was actually really, I'd never seen her really like that scared about that kind of stuff. And she was like, I guess it's your eyes. For some reason, the eyes they're not like a fear point for me, but for Jane it was. So they had these little lenses put in. They did one eye at a time. And she's got like, do I mean 20/20 vision? I don't think she does. She's got perfect distance vision now, but because of that, she's suddenly now aware of the classic old age, your arms aren't long enough to see the words anymore. So she does have to do reading glasses, but she doesn't have to for the rest of, she doesn't have to walk, she doesn't have to wake up in the morning, put giant, contact lenses in her eyes and do that. So, anyways, all right, well done for distracting me. I will watch you on a sci-fi movie on colonizing the solar system. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? We should totally colonize the solar system. in movies, and then we should just send robots instead for us, because I don't think us bags of water are worth throwing out into space. Have a great day, David. Thanks for spending some time with us. You're welcome anytime. Cataracts, no, I don't think cataracts are an issue or were an issue, but my dad has them actually. I guess I should look into that, because I know Dad had some work done because of that. But anyways, yeah, it's definitely getting colder. Oh my God, it's getting darker too. I guess that is why I am still steaming. I got to go have a shower or something and warm up before I die of pneumonia. That would be a bad way to end this. Be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Until we geek again, I will say what is it? I just said that. Be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Until we geek again, cheerio and huzzah! Thank you all very much. Got to go talk to my mummy now. Cheerio.